Hello class, I am going to be making this video for you to kind of understand the project that we're doing today. It shouldn't take you too incredibly long. Basically what we're going to do is it's called Lab P.8.7. You do not need to write it down in your composition book because all of it will be done online. And so what you're going to do is, first off, you're going to open this Google Doc that's shared on Google Classroom, and it says US Energy Policy. Basically what you're going to do is you're going to create an energy policy up until 2050, and I'll kind of walk you through that. This all is just introduction stuff. You can kind of read about it. It's talking about here, like, from 1850 to 2000, we are basically increasing the amount of energy per person that lives here, per capita, over the past 150 years, which maybe that isn't surprising to you at all. The key thing is, as you scroll down to the second page, it says procedure. And so, additionally, I've also attached a Google sheet called US Energy Policy, which looks like this. And in this Google sheet, you'll notice that it ranges in time from 1850 all the way to 2050. And basically what we're going to do is, you'll notice all the numbers are filled in up until 2005. From 2010 on, we're going to implement our own energy policy that's going to be that's going to dictate what these numbers look like. And so, for instance, these numbers shouldn't be there. I've been messing around earlier. Anyways, in the blue, let me break this down. That's representing energy consumption per year. And so it lists coal. That's how much we're using. So total amount of coal that we're using in the United States is 22.9 plus the 0.7. The difference between 22.9 and the 0.7 is that first number, 22.9, is the amount of coal that we have produced here in the United States, and we're using it here in the United States. The amount of coal that we're bringing in from other countries that we're using in the United States is 0.7. Okay? And so you can go through each one of these. Notice that, like, coal, natural gas, petroleum, all non-renewable resources. But then we get into nuclear fission, and so on and so forth. Those are what's considered more green technology, and they have some energy sources like that. And so that's energy consumption. The red down here is energy consumption. However, that's stuff that we are exporting to other countries. And so we're making coal, but we're also exporting some. We're not only using all of it, we're also exporting some to other countries. So we've got coal, we've got natural gas, and petroleum that we can all export. Then down here in the green is the amount of resources that are present in the country right now. And so you'll notice, like, our reserves of coal have been steadily decreasing from 1850 to 2005. And it will continue to decrease if you put a big emphasis on coal. And so you'll notice as you start filling numbers, those numbers are automatically going to go down. Same with natural gas, same with petroleum. Then down here, these numbers shouldn't be here either. The annual growth population. That is something that you're going to have to decide in your policy, because the number of people on the United States is obviously going to affect how much energy is being consumed by the United States. And so it's stayed relatively constant within the last 40 years at 1.2-ish. If you want to maintain about the same steady growth, you're going to just enter 1.2, 1.2, 1.2, so on and so forth. But maybe you want to do things a little bit different. Maybe you're thinking, well, we have too many people in this country, and I think every year we should deport some of these people, or we shouldn't. We should limit the amount of children that people can have, or something like that. That's obviously going to affect the annual population growth. And so, therefore, you'd have maybe 1.1, and then maybe 1.1, and then maybe you're phasing it out even more, so 1.0, and then 1, and then 0.9, or something like that. Whatever you want to do, you can make a decision on that. The bottom line here is the energy per capita, per person in the United States. And so if you're wanting to be green and you're wanting to conserve energy, this is the number that you want to look at. It takes into consideration everything that's above it, and it basically puts it into a number. So if you're wanting to be a conservationist, then this number should go down. Like here, from 1995 to 2000, 2000 to 2005, it has decreased a little bit. So we did a pretty good job of conserving there. Okay. So then what you're going to do with your energy policies, you're going to pick whichever energies you want to make sure that you increase and focus on to meet our energy needs. And so let's say I'm a big coal person. I'm a big coal fan. And so what I want to do is I want to start maybe increasing the amount of coal that I have. And so I have maybe I want to go from to 23.5. Then I just want to increase it steadily over time, and so I go 24, then I go 24.5, then 25, then 25.5. And so I'm increasing the amount of coal. Now notice when I enter that, it's starting to affect my numbers down here. Okay? So then I'm going to go through and do that for each one. The only rule, you can fill this out however you want. The only two rules are this. First off, you can never have negative resources. Like the amount of resources that we have in the United States can never go negative. And so if you see a negative number down here on the green, that is a no-no. You have to change that. The other thing is that the red here, you're also going to fill out the red things here, and that's how much we export. Obviously, the more export that we have, the more money that we have for the United States. But the other rule is that you have to pick one one renewable resource to put an emphasis on, like nuclear fission, wood, hydroelectric, geothermal, solar, or wind, and you are going to increase one of those, at least one. You can do all of them if you'd like, but you have to increase at least one of them. Okay? So once you fill that out and both of those things are satisfied, you're going to come back to the Google Doc, and then it tells you the requirements that I'm going to ask for. First off, I'm going to ask for a spreadsheet, which you just filled out, which you're going to then share with me. Then on a separate Google Doc, you're going to answer the 4 questions that are listed below in explaining why you're doing and what kind of policies and why you think it would work. Make sure you answer these questions in full and share those with me. That is it.